Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to do our translation part. Before holidays we did present continuous tense, and today we are going to do past continuous tense and a new tense, that is present perfect tense. Okay, I will explain to you the definition, Urdu identification and method for translation of both these tenses, and you have to listen it carefully and watch the slides carefully, and then look at the assignments you have been given and solve the sentences and send it to me. Okay, now let's start our lesson. First of all, I will teach you what is past continuous tense. Tense, you know already, is the time of an action. So in the past continuous tense, you will find an action, you will come to know about an action that started in the past and went on for a while. एक ऐसे काम के बारे में आपको बताया जाएगा जो माजी में शुरू हुआ था और कुछ अरसे के लिए जारी रहा, या कुछ अरसा पहले शुरू हुआ और चलता रहा. इसको उर्दू में आप फ़ेल माजी जारी भी कहते हैं. क्लियर? फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, शी वॉज स्टडिंग ऑल द नाइट, she was cooking when I called her, or some other examples, I was reading my book, they were learning their lesson, the children were making their noise. When you have some sentences in Urdu, how will you identify that this sentence belongs to past continuous tense? The main thing is to identify. How would you identify? You have to look at the last part of the sentence. If the sentence ends with the words रहा था, रही थी, रहे थे, you will come to know, you will come to the decision or suddenly that this is past continuous tense. Tha is the main identification of the tense past. Okay, रहा था, रही थी, रहे थे. If the Urdu sentence ends with the following words रहा था, रही थी, रहे थे, you will come to the conclusion that this sentence belongs to the past continuous tense. For example, वो शोर कर रहा था, वो शोर कर रही थी, बच्चे शोर कर रहे थे. या परिंदा हवा में उड़ रहा था, उस्ताद बच्चों को पढ़ा रहा था, धोबी कपड़े धो रहा था, खिलाड़ी खेल रहे थे. All these sentences end with the words रहा था, रही थी, रहे थे. So these sentences belong to the tense past continuous tense. The next step is how to translate Urdu sentences of past continuous tense into English. First of all, you have to identify which is the subject, who is the doer of an action, who is going to complete the action. In past continuous tense, first of all, you have to write the subject. For example, I, we, you, he, she, it, they, any name, singular or any plural noun, all are the subject. For example, मैं, हम, तुम, वो एक लड़का, वो एक लड़की, वो एक चीज़, वो सब लोग. Clear? On the next step, you have to write the helping verb that will be was or were. The singular noun, for example, I, he, she, it, will take the helping verb was, and the plural subjects, for example, we, you and they, or any plural noun, will take the helping verb were. The next step is to use the main form of the verb, that is the fourth form of the verb that you will make with the help of the first form of the verb. If you have the first form, you find which is the action in the sentence, you will translate it into English, and then you will add the words ing. If you add ing, that form will become the fourth form of the verb, that is called present participle form. Okay, and in the last step you have to add the object or other complements. Okay, I think it's clear to you how you have to translate a sentence of past continuous tense into English. Subject, the doer of action, plus helping verb, plus main form of the verb, that is also called the fourth form of the verb or present participle form. and at the end the remaining part of the sentence or object. Okay, I want to clear some other things to you. Was, the helping verb, is used with I subject, he subject, she and it or any singular noun. Make it clear that the helping verb was will be used only with the subjects I was, he was, she was, it, any small animal or any singular noun. For example, the cat was, the dog was, or Aslam was, Shaista was. Clear? The other helping verb is were. Were is used with we were, you were, they were, and plural nouns. For example, the children, the birds, the washermen, the boys, the girls. Okay? Was is used with I, he, she, it, or any singular noun, and were is used with we, you, they, and plural nouns. When you have a sentence with nahi in the Urdu language, you will come to know that it is a negative sentence. And when you are going to translate the sentence into English, you have to use not after the helping verb was and were. For example, I was not, he was not, she was not, they were not. Okay? And when you have a sentence which has a question, which has some inquiry, in which you have some interrogation, you have to use the helping verb was and were in the start of the sentence and have to put question mark at the end of the sentence. For example, were they going to Lahore, or was he making a noise? Clear? For example, when you have to translate a simple sentence, positive sentence, affirmative sentence, you have to use the following formula. The boy subject, was helping verb, reading is the main verb. For example, you can add any object. The boy was reading his book, or boy was reading a novel, or the boy was reading a story book. Another sentence you can make, they were eating. Here you have not any object, but you can add they were eating apples, or they were eating rice, or they were eating bread, or they were eating apples, anything. Okay? And when you have a sentence in negative form, for example, वो खाना नहीं पका रही थी, तो you have to translate the sentence like this: she was not. Here you have to add not after the helping verb. She was not cooking. She was not cooking rice, she was not cooking meal, or she was not cooking biryani, anything. Next sentence, children were not playing. Children were not playing. Not is added after the helping verb were. Children were not playing cricket or not playing any game. If you don't have object, don't be confused. There is no object, now what should we do? Some sentences don't have object. Okay? In interrogative sentences, the Urdu sentence which starts with the kya, with the word kya वो स्कूल जा रहा था, क्या वो खाना खा रहा था, क्या वो लाहौर जा रहे थे. You will translate those sentences with the following formula. You will use the helping verb was or were in the start, then the subject, and then main verb, and at the end object. And when the sentence completes, you have to add a question mark at the end of the interrogative sentence. Okay? For example, was I eating banana? Was I eating banana? You have to add the question mark at the end. And were you helping the poor? Were is the helping verb, you subject, helping main verb, and the poor is object. And at the end, you have to put question mark. If you don't use question mark, you will lose your marks. Okay? Make it clear in your mind. Now another tense we are going to learn today, that is present perfect. It is very easy and simple sentence. This tense will tell you about an action that has been completed a while ago or in the past time, not very long ago. Okay, clear? In Urdu we call this sentence fail mazi kareeb. It tells you about an action that has been completed with no known time of completion. You have not definite time, but when some action has completed, but that action has completed, but the time is not specific. Okay, that is called present perfect tense. Perfect here means completed, an action that has been come to an end, that has been completed. Examples: if you have sentence, read some paragraph or some essay or anything else or any lesson. If you have a sentence like this: she has gone to the market, if there is a subject and then is a helping verb, has or have, and the main thing is the third form of the verb, gone. She has gone. Here you have been told about an action that has been completed, that is perfect. She has gone, वो चली गई है. To the market, वो बाज़ार चली गई है, बाज़ार जा चुकी है. She has gone to the market. Another sentence you can look: I have finished the painting. I have finished. Finished here means the work has been completed, finished, over. I have finished the painting. The next step is how you can identify that this tense is present perfect tense. The main Urdu identification of this tense is कर चुका है, कर चुकी है, कर चुके हैं. But students, if you have some words like कर लिया है, कर ली है, those sentences will also be considered of present perfect tense. They will tell you about that some action has been completed, some action has gone to be completed. If a sentence ends with the words कर लिया है, कर चुका है, कर चुका हूँ, कर चुकी है, कर चुके हैं, so you will come to the decision that this sentence belongs to the present perfect tense. This tense is telling you about action that has completed a while ago. Okay, now we come to the main part of our translation. Method for translation: how you have to translate these sentences into English. The first step you have to follow to learn the formula, that is subject, the doer of action. You will have to identify who is the doer of action, who is the subject. If it is I, we, you, he, she, it or they, then you will add the helping verbs has or have. The next step is to add the main form of the verb. First of all, you have to identify what is the action that has gone to be completed or that has completed. Then you will use its third form of verb, that is past participle form. Okay, for example, the third form of cook will be cooked. The third form of play will be played. The third form of go will be gone. Okay, and at the end you will use the object. For example, वो मैच खेल चुके हैं, they have played the match. Okay, now I will make you clear where you have to use the helping verb has or where you have to use the helping verb have. Has is used with the subjects he, she, it, and any singular noun, any name. The name can be of a boy or can be of any girl. So make it clear, the helping verb has will be used after the subjects he, she, it, or any name. For example, he has, she has, it has, or Shaista has, Amir has, Sufyan has. Okay. The second helping verb have is used with I, we, you, they, and all the plural nouns. For example, children, washermen, girls, women, men. Anyone can be. So I again make it clear to you. Have helping verb will be used with I, we, you, they, and plural noun. I have, we have, you have, they have, or children have, boys have, girls have. When you have a sentence in negative form, if the Urdu sentence has the word nahi, that is negative sentence, you have to add a new word that will be not, and this not word will be added after helping verb has and have. Okay, and when you have a sentence in question form, there is some inquiry, there is someone is asking about anything, you will have to use the helping verbs has and have in the start of the sentence. Okay, for example, if you have to translate the positive sentence, the affirmative sentence into English, you will use subject plus helping verb plus third form of verb and plus object. You can look at the example, our team has won the match. Here our team is subject, has helping verb, one is the past participle form and the match is object. The next example, they have cheated you. Cheated means to make, deceive, to deceive anyone, not to be loyal to anyone. They have, they is a plural noun, so you will take the helping verb have with it. They have cheated you. Cheated is the third form of cheat. Okay, and one in the above sentence, one is the third form of win. In negative sentence, I have not complained against you. I have not, not is added after the helping verb. I have not complained against you. Next example, the players have not played well. The players have, the players is a plural noun, so it will take the helping verb have. The players have not played well. If there is a singular noun, the player, you will use the helping verb has. In interrogative sentences, you have to use the helping verbs has or have in the start of the sentence. The helping verb which was used after the subject in the simple sentence, it will take the place of subject in the interrogative sentence. Has the police caught the thief? Okay, has the police caught the thief? Here helping verb has come in the start of the sentence. Has the police caught the thief? And at the end of the sentence you have to use the the question mark. Have they invited us to the dinner? Have they, they is a plural noun, so it has used have helping verb. Have they invited us to the dinner? Okay, I hope everything is clear to you. These tenses are very easy. Tomorrow we will complete our tenses, past perfect tense, and then our transition work will be completed. Okay, your home assignment is translate these sentences into English. आई रीड आउट दी सेंटेंसेस. वो अपनी गाड़ी बेच रहे थे. नंबर 2, आमिर क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहा था. नंबर 3, क्या अमीर आदमी गरीबों की हमायत कर रहा था. नंबर 4, मैं नाश्ता कर चुका हूँ. नंबर 5, उन्होंने हमारा इंतज़ार नहीं किया है. नंबर 6, क्या हमारी टीम मैच हार चुकी है, या क्या हमारी टीम मैच हार गई है. You have to identify first of all to which tense these sentences belong, and then you will translate these sentences into English. Okay, I hope everything is clear to you now. Complete your home assignments and send it to me so that I may determine your presence. Okay, it will be marked as your attendance, so be careful. Okay, thanks.